Okay. I don't... The F9... The F9 button that starts and stops my recording also has hotkeys in the game. Isn't that fun? Okay. So... The king. Summer is fleeting. Discard the top 2 cards off the top of the deck and take 2 actions this week. Okay. So... That one and that one are gone. Okay, that reduces this, and we now need 2 actions from you, Untamed Fox. Let me see if I can... There. Get these actions down just a little bit. That gives me a little more screen real estate. There's actually quite a bit going on. Even just through the first season. Not yet. Last we learned, she was still trying to get people to go on this crazy sabotage mission with her. Okay, so we'll reopen the discussion on this girl's attempt to sabotage. So what do we want to add to the discussion? Okay, try and refocus her to the temple. Anything you want to add to this, Pocket Ninja? Find out the motive. Okay. Find out her motives. What exactly is she going for? Okay, so that's the end of that. What's the second action this time round, Untamed Fox? Managed to reduce our dark zone with the drones, okay. So Dragon Corp is fighting back. I know somebody is messing with their drones. So I would say that is going to probably be a problem then. We've discovered that there's a supercomputer attached to a power source underneath the Monument Temple complex. The girl... We're still talking about the girl that's trying to go on a shadow run into the Dragon Corp HQ. And it looks like... Oh yeah, we have put the hacker teens to work trying to fix this supercomputer. Or deal with the supercomputer. And we've just discovered that Dragon Corp has learned somebody's messing with the drones. Okay. And they've fixed our the blind spot in the drones, so they're giving us some space, but it's the space that they want us to have. Okay, so now we know that the dark zone is still there, but now we're not really sure where exactly, because they've rechanged the dark zone? Is that how we're interpreting that? Aware of drone hack. Okay. So Dragon Core is aware of the drone hack and shrank the dark zone. So we're aware that they're aware, but they're still giving us that little leeway. Which realistically then also means that they know where we are. Because if they know there's a dark zone here, they know that there's a reason there's a dark zone. So even though it's a dark zone, basically they don't know the details, they just know we're here. Oh yeah, you missed out. I think you missed out on the smoke. We saw some smoke coming out of the sprawl. We don't know why. Yeah. We saw it as a good omen. We saw a bunch of smoke coming out of the sprawl and we thought, good. Shows those bastards right. Even though we're not really sure why it's smoking. Yeah, so now it's kind of a problem. It's an interesting little twist and turn there. Okay, so that's the end of that action, which means that is the end of that turn. Any objections to what's going on so far? Okay, move on to Pocket Ninja's turn. Number 2. Somebody new arrives, but they're in distress, or someone leaves the community. What are they looking for? Someone fled the sprawl. They got caught up in whatever caused the smoke, and they're so shaken, they can barely string a sentence together. Okay. So let's add to the community well, so we don't actually know their story. We just know they came from the sprawl. So, I don't even know what I want to label this as. A refugee from the sprawl? Fuzzy... like, visually fuzzy, or... Okay. Well, let me, I'll start and stop it again. It is possible that it's bad just because it's running at a lower resolution. Okay. Well, unless I pay for it, I can't do a 1080p stream through Discord, so it's at 720 at 30 frames a second, so it's probably going to be bad. It's better. Okay. Is it still showing the full screen and all? It's not locked to the top corner? Okay. So the refugee from the sprawl has come. Sprawl. Okay. So that was the action. Advance the project. The kids are still working on the computer. What is the action for this week? Okay, do that. Project. Try to calm the person down and find out what happened. Okay. So we will calm and question the ex-sprawler. And we're going to do that all week long. Okay. Objection time. We're all pretty content with how things are going. I think it probably is a cyberpunk designation. So I guess we should probably bear that in mind, too. If it takes them a whole week to calm down, whatever they've experienced when this is over, it's going to be a doozy. Okay. So moving on. Caleb, you're back, right? Okay, number 3. Summer is a time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food, or start a project related to military readiness and conquest. We are living off of canned fruit, and the rest of our food is still being stored in the robot factory, as far as I know. And that food is, or that canned fruit is a scarcity, so we probably don't have a whole lot of it. Oh, yes. And we do have those plants, but people really don't like them. For whatever reason. You're right, actually there is a moment in Monkey Peak. They have a shortage of food and like bottles of soda or something. They have to ration it. Yeah, those mysterious bastard monkeys. Start a project with fishing in the stream. Okay. How long are we gonna spend trying to fish? Just a week? Okay. Yeah, that is sort of where the mutants are over there. But that's fine too. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, I know. It's kind of hard to determine. We're just kind of assuming that we can get there in time. It's close enough that we don't have to journey there for months at a time. And I guess, you know, if we're assuming that we're keeping our food in the robot factory, we have to assume that we're able to go there and back to the settlements fairly reasonably. So this is all pretty close, I would say. Okay, so other projects go down. We spent that whole week calming the ex-sprawler. What is the result of that? Any ideas? Oh, so we spent the last week trying to calm down and find out about this person from the sprawl. What was the result of that? Okay. So, let's see. So we now have a woman from the sprawl who was traumatized by whatever happened. Woman from the sprawl traumatized by event. I guess related to the smoke. Oh, okay. She's an ex-Dragon Corp. So we don't know what happened because she has panic attacks when she thinks about it. But we know she's at least related to that issue. She knows something about it. Plus, she's an insider in the corporation. Was an insider from the corporation. She was a member. Well, as far as we know, that's true. That's true. Quote unquote, she was a member. Okay, so that's the project. So, Calum, we need a new action. Because this fishing in the stream was actually part of the event, so now we need a separate action for the week. Discussion. Okay. So we will discuss moving. Moving to avoid the Dragon Corps. So move to the temple. Okay. So another move to temple, but a move not to temple. So move somewhere, or did you have somewhere specific in mind, Pocket Ninja? Somewhere inconspicuous. So likely somewhere we don't know yet. Okay, I guess that's just where we're leaving that. Okay, so that is the discussion. We're all pretty much agreed that we're moving somewhere. We need to move somewhere. Okay, that is objection round. Anybody? Okay. Moving on. Jesper's turn. Number 6. Outsiders arrive in the area. Remember, this is just a discussion that we want to move. We're still in this area. So outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat and how are they vulnerable? Or they arrive in the area, and how many and how do we greet them? Eerily polite. Besuited types arrive, asking about the woman and looking around. Okay. So let's add that to... add that to problem, I guess. We now have some Dragon Core snooping around about the woman. But they're eerily polite. So let's put they're very polite. They're trying not to cause us a lot of grief. So this could also make it a little bit more difficult if we're going to move and try and avoid being detected, because now not only do they know where we are, they're also snooping around the area. You know, not only is it like a horror genre material, this is pretty standard cyberpunk. Like, someone escapes from the lab and they're being hunted. We gotta hide them. Isn't this like the plot of The Fifth Element? Like half the plot of The Fifth Element? Okay. So we're starting to rack up some problems here. I might have to move some of this. Okay, so that was the event. Projects go forward. So, we finished fishing. What's the result? Giant catfish, bony fish. Okay. Cyberpunk sushi. Okay. So if we're saying that it's teeming, I'm going to put that as an abundance. So we now have a lot of mutant fish. Let me, just draw us. Giant mutant catfish. You know, I'm not sure. I think I've heard that catfish is not one of the better fish to eat. But at the same time, I think a lot of people do eat it. I should probably specify that not only... Well, but he said also big fish, little fish, so we'll just have a variety of mutant catfish. Okay, that was the project, so now we need an action for this week. While we're thinking about that, I am going to pause the recording here and get some water.